Hello and welcome to this edition of Apron's Teaching Kitchen. Today we're going to do what I think is one of the best and simplest of recipes, and it's a 3-in-1. You get three recipes for this meal. We're going to make a fresh pico de gallo, we're going to make fresh guacamole, and then we're going to do our homemade chorizo and potato tacos. So let's start. We'll start with the pico de gallo. Now in your kits you're going to receive enough ingredients, and everything's going to be diced up for you for 2 people. You'll have your 2 avocados, you'll have some limes. For the pico de gallo, you'll have diced tomatoes, diced peppers, garlic, salt, pepper, jalapenos, which I added them, but it's an option. We use this ingredient based on how your heat level tolerance, how much heat you can tolerate, and it'll be at your discretion. Fresh chopped cilantro and red onions. So then you'll also get for your chorizos, you'll get your ground pork, you'll have oil, garlic, you'll have cumin, dried fennel seeds, cilantro, light chili powder, Spanish paprika, salt, and the onions and cilantro leaves are going to be for the garnish on your tacos and your potatoes. So let's start with the pico de gallo. We'll get our bowl. We'll add our fresh diced tomatoes. Add our peppers, garlic, red onions, cilantro. Again, jalapenos, it's based on your heat level. So if you don't like spicy food, I recommend not adding anything. If you like spicy food, go ahead. One of the things on jalapenos and any pepper, remember, adding seeds is also going to intensify the heat. So just depending on your heat level. For salt and pepper, you're gonna add a little to start, and then we're gonna finish off at the end. We're gonna taste it and season it with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and your limes. Now, for the limes, what I've always recommend to get the most out of your juice is to squeeze them a little bit in the palm of your hand on the table. Just roll them so they become nice and soft. So with a knife, carefully, just cut your lemons. And squeeze in, and squeeze as much as you can. Squeeze the maximum out of that lime to get the maximum juice. Now, luckily right now we're in season. Limes are good. You're getting good limes with lots of juice inside them. So 3 limes that you're getting in your pack should be more than enough for this order of pico de gallo. There are tools that you could use that'll help you remove as much juice you could use as your hands. You could also use tongs. There's also a lemon squeezer that is available in stores, markets, but this will be more than enough. You got your pico de gallo. You got your lemons added. Now you're just gonna mix to incorporate all your seasonings. Always remember, you gotta taste your food, check your seasoning. So if you need to add a little more salt, a little more pepper, you can definitely take a little more. All right. Again, mix it around, and your fresh pico de gallo is done. So now that you have your pico de gallo done, you go to your next item, which is fresh guacamole. So for the guacamole, in your kit, you got your 2 avocados. So what you want to do is, using the spatula or a spoon, whatever you're more comfortable with, to scoop it out. But you're going to get your avocado, cut around it, cut them on both. All right, twist to open. You're going to have the seed. So what you want to do is just a little whack on it and twist, and your seed should come out. Use a knife. Do your next one. Small little tap, twist, and the seed will come out. So now that you got your avocados, what you're gonna do is just take the pulp out, add it in, place it on a bowl. There's 1. 2. 3. And 4. So now, with a fork, you're gonna mush your avocados to the consistency. You're looking for just nice little chunky consistency. Now you get a new spoon. You're gonna get 2 tablespoons of your pico de gallo to add to your guacamole. 2 nice little helping tablespoons. And again, just mash it in. Mix it around. Now on this, you could add a little bit of garlic. Goes a little bit a long way, but it's already in your pico de gallo, so just smash it up to incorporate it all. And you are good to go. So you see, just in a matter of a couple of minutes, you have fresh pico de gallo and fresh guacamole for your tacos. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do our chorizo. You have an option to choose, either you want pork or you want to do vegan, where we will offer tofu. From tofu that we will crumble for you and set it in. It's 6-ounce portions that we're sending it in with the potatoes already cooked. So to start the chorizo, what you're gonna do is get a saute pan on a flame to a medium-low heat. You don't want to heat it up that high, because the first thing you're gonna do is you're almost gonna create a paste. So you're gonna add your oil to the pan. And then start adding your spices. Make sure you got it all mixed in. Take a spatula. First thing you're gonna add is your garlic. And you're gonna saute the garlic for a little bit. Once you start hearing the small little sizzle, then you can start adding your seasonings. Add your salt. Add your light chili powder. Get it all. Your ground fennel seeds. Cumin. And your Spanish paprika. And you want to saute, get sure it all gets covered in the oil. Bring out the essence. You're almost making a paste type. Cook it for a couple seconds, almost 30 seconds. Then you're gonna add your ground pork. Now we want to make sure not only do we incorporate all the seasonings into the ground pork, but you also want to make sure that you're cooking your pork completely, and it's reaching 165 degrees internally. And you're automatically, once you start cooking it in, you'll start smelling the spices as it's cooking and getting into the pork. All right, once your chorizo is cooked, you want to lower your heat. Lower it. And we're going to remove the chorizo from the pan and add to a bowl. It smells great. All right, now that we have our chorizo cooked, now we're going to start to build our tacos, or pretty much make the potato part of our potato and chorizo tacos. So you're going to add a little bit of oil again to your pan under medium-low heat. Right? And you're going to add your cooked potatoes. And what you want to do with those potatoes is you want to cook them till they become nice and crispy on all sides. So it's going to take a couple minutes. You're going to, flip them little by little. Just make sure they get nice and crispy. Since you kept the oil from where you cooked the chorizo, not only you're going to add a little bit of flavor of that to it, but you're also going to add a little bit of the color from the pork, from the chorizo that you made. So there's many variations of this. Today we're doing chorizo with potatoes and chorizo, but with pico de gallos and tacos, you can make lots of variations. Where you could, instead of chorizo, you could do with chicken, you could do with steak, and you could do with ground beef. Ground beef, simple salt, pepper, cumin, garlic. You're adding that flavor of that. And there are many variations that you could do for the tacos. As you see, as you start moving around, as you see the potatoes start changing in your color, you start getting that crisp, you know you're getting close. Now that your potatoes are done, they're crispy on all four sides, what you want to do is you want to add your chorizo back into your pan and mix everything together. Get all those flavors. Marinate it all in. Alrighty. Once you've incorporated all that, turn off your fire. Now there's two things that you could do. You could serve right out of the saute pan or transfer back into the bowl. We're gonna transfer back into the bowl. It's gonna stay hot anyways. It's gonna go nice in because we're gonna plate right away. Here. So we're gonna grab our tortillas, and 3 tortillas come to an order. You're looking to put roughly around 2 ounces of mix inside, combined between the chorizo and the sausage. The chorizo and the potatoes. So you put it in. Put your first one. You want to top off with a little bit of red onions on each one. Sprigs of cilantro for freshness. And then we're going to get our chips. Thank you very much, guys. Please remember, if at any time while you're doing this recipe you do have a question, please use the text to chat that's on your recipe card. Just text us and we will respond to you right away. Make sure to help you enjoy this meal. Thank you very much.